is a scary situation.
WSIC News Talk Now.
Good morning, Lake Norman. This is Cornelius, Mayor Woody Washam. Welcome to About Town, the first series in the new year. And we're so excited to be with you today. I'm telling you, it's been I'm sort of glad to get that 23 behind us, but it's going to be a great new year for everybody at Town of Cornelius and hopefully many of our wonderful, great small businesses that are here. You know, to me, a good way for me to kick off my new year is make some resolutions. And maybe you're doing the same thing out there in the Lake Norman region, but you know, it's important to take care of ourselves. I think that's where it all starts. And one of the ways that I have enjoyed doing that for years is making sure that I keep myself, particularly as I get older, in as good a shape as I possibly can. And one of the ways I do that is my exercise program. And like I say, I've just been committed to doing that for a lot of years. I'm not a big athlete or anything of that nature, but I do believe in taking care of myself to the best I can. So I hope you will make that commitment as well. But I'm going to sort of share how I do it and make sure that at least you know that. And I've got a group of experts here with me today from one of our local small businesses in Cornelius. And one of the things that I am committed to do this year is actually emphasize our small businesses and make sure they get appropriate recognition as we go through this year. I'm an active participant at the Lake Norman Small Business Network. Actually, I was with Jim Vogel and his great group just yesterday at their new location, which is at H2 here in Cornelius. We had about 40 or 50 folks in there that all own small businesses, and it was just my pleasure as mayor in this town to welcome them there and tell them how excited I am about this new year in front of us. You know, as a banker, I think we're going to have a pretty good year economically. I think things are moving forward. And, you know, you'll hear a lot of times the phrase shop local. And that's awfully important that we support these small businesses that are right here in our community. They do such a good job, and they employ so many people. And that's an integral part of keeping our economy here in the town of Cornelius moving forward. So I love our small businesses. And again, with me today are a couple of folks. Actually, there's three of them here that have an active role in one of our great facilities here in the town of Cornelius. It's been here quite a while. I think you may be surprised to hear that. In Motion Fitness and Healthy Body Physical Therapy. The two fit together pretty nicely, and I'm participating in both of those programs at this particular small business here in Cornelius. And with me are the two owners of In Motion Fitness, and also they are also owners in the physical therapy part of the business as well. In addition to Dr. Yordan Acanio. I probably messed up the name, but you can correct me when we get around to you, Yordan. So anyway, I'm gonna start with the In Motion part of it because I just was there. I've just seen these guys a few hours ago as I began my daily routine there in their gym with one of their personal trainers, and it's just been a great experience for me. So Todd Bergeron, tell me a little bit about In Motion Fitness. How long you guys been around? And we'll get to Matt Perry here in just a minute and give you a turn, Matt.
We've been around since 2005. We opened our first location in Cornelius, right there in Jaton Village.
You make me feel old. I'm telling you, because I think I've been with you at that whole location. So, yeah, you were kicking my rear end then, and you still are. So anyway, so you guys, how did you come together to start this business?
Well, We started off together. Todd and I, we first met at college. I was an athletic trainer at Weber International University in Florida, and I was an athletic trainer, and Todd was my graduate assistant. And that had been like 1998, I believe. Going back in time now.
Yeah.
So when Todd worked on his MBA program there, and when he graduated, he moved up to North Carolina, and I believe it was around Fayetteville area. And then in 2004, I moved up to Cornelius as well.
So you were the draw to Cornelius.
Yes, sir.
I just wondered how that happened.
Yes.
That's interesting.
I lured him in.
You lured him in. You recruited him to Cornelius. Well,
yes, sir.
Not a better place to be, in my opinion.
Yes.
So
this is home.
That's fantastic. But I know you guys were pretty young back then, weren't you?
Yes. So at a time, I was in the 30s. He's about 9 years younger than me.
Yeah. So, that's pretty young.
Yeah.
To jump out there and start a business. So.
Yeah, we started off. It was just three of us when we first started.
Yeah.
2005.
That's incredible.
And Todd, you probably had a number of employees you have now, but we're up to.
Yeah, right now we're at 35. But back then, like he said, we were at 3.
Wow, that's quite a growth pattern and quite a success story. It really is.
Yes.
So there's a point along the way, and I think it's a nice fit that you made some decisions about incorporating physical therapy in this program. So, Yordan, how did you hook up with these guys?
It was actually a local doctor that I knew in the area that I started talking to him, and I expressed my interest in opening a facility in the area, and he said, "You gotta go talk to those guys. They are recession proof." Actually, I remember that specific expression.
And that's true.
Yeah,
maybe not COVID proof, but recession proof, right?
That's true. And this was around 2016 or late 2015, and I just walked in the door one day, and I said, "Who do I talk to in here?" And we sat down, and it was an immediate connection. The chemistry was there, the values were there. It was easy to align with each other quickly, and in 2016 we made it official, and we've been in there ever since, and now we're in every location.
That is awesome. It really is. So you don't sound like you're from the South, Yordan. Where are you from?
I'm going to correct you. I am from the South. I'm just more south than you are.
Oh, okay. Got you.
I keep going down South Florida into Cuba. So.
Okay. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, we're glad to have you in Cornelius. I know you started your probably your time in this area living in Cornelius. I know you were one of my citizens at one point. Maybe you're not now, but anyhow, I'm glad you at least got started out. Maybe are you still a property owner here?
I am.
Oh, that makes me feel better.
Yeah.
That absolutely makes me feel better. So, we've got a lot to talk about as it relates to fitness, but I did want you to hear a little history on this great business that has quite a success story to tell. So with that, we have a lot more topics to give you some more specifics. So thanks a lot for listening. This is Cornelius Mayor Woody Washam, and we will be right back.
There's more About Town with Cornelius Mayor Woody Washam on the way from the new 105.9 100.7 WSIC.
Happy New Year, WSIC family. Here's your WSIC community calendar. Celebrate Kane Center for the Arts' first anniversary gala along with Broadway star Mandy Gonzalez. Dinner and a show this Saturday at Kane Center for the Arts. You may remember Mandy Gonzalez from her roles in Hamilton and Wicked. This is a black tie optional celebration. All-inclusive tickets include dinner and the show. Happy anniversary, Kane Center. Some of the upcoming Kane Center performances include Rocky Lynn, Forever Young, Jeff Allen, and even a Stunt Dogs experience. To see the entire lineup and to purchase your tickets, visit canearts.org. That's CAIN arts.org. This is the last week of the season to see more than 5 million Christmas lights at one time. Speedway Christmas is happening daily until Sunday. The show is open 6 to 10 p.m., rain or shine. The Infield Christmas Village is open Thursday through Sunday nights. Speedway Christmas at Charlotte Motor Speedway. The fun ends Sunday. For tickets, visit charlottemotorspeedway.com. Birkdale on Ice is still going on through January 28th. Time to lace up your skates and hit the ice. To make sure you can skate when you want, we recommend you making a reservation. For skate session info, including times and pricing, visit birkdalevillage.com. Have an event you'd like to tell people about? Yard sales, estate sales, and everything in between? Visit WSICnews.com and click on events to submit your event today.
Well, we got the sunshine back, but it's a chilly and breezy day for our Thursday. High temperatures in the upper 40s this afternoon. Winds gusting around 20 miles per hour at times. Falling back tonight under a clear sky into the mid-20s. Waking up on Friday morning. We're back in the upper 40s tomorrow with sunshine, but the clouds are on the increase Friday evening ahead of a cold rain on the way for Saturday, which may start as a little bit of frozen precipitation early on. And that's your forecast from the WSIC Weather Center. I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
Call now to speak with Cornelius Mayor Woody Washam at 844-STUDIO-4. It's About Town on the new 105.9 100.7 WSIC.
Thought-provoking conversations and informed perspectives.
It's meant for everyday people to understand, and you don't have to stress about technical terms and stuff. They just say it like a real person.
WSIC News Talk Now.
And we're back. This is Cornelius Mayor Woody Washam, and we're talking about a hot topic here in the new year, and that would be your body and your exercise program. Not a topic that everybody likes to talk about, but if you'll just get up nerve and walk into In Motion Fitness up on Catawba Avenue near Walgreens, you will see a new world right in front of you there. So let me turn to Matt and Todd for just a minute and tell us what happens when a new client walks in your door. You get a lot of referrals from your existing clients, I'm sure, but you do some advertising. You get some folks just walk in there, and of all types, natures, sizes, and expectations, I'm sure. So, talk about that a little bit. How do you size somebody up with what their needs are, and how do you make sure they're matched up with the right trainer and so forth? I know you think about that a lot. Matt, kick us off.
Yeah, so when a new client comes in, what we start off is we're doing an evaluation, and the evaluation would consist of, we do like a series that's called a functional movement screen. It's a series of movements that we go through. It's going to look at muscle imbalances. And we determine from there for the program. And also this is where Yordan comes into play, because we may have a client comes in and they may have a lot of issues with the shoulder, a lot of pain. So we have a good referral source. We'll send to Yordan there to get further checked out as well. Then from there, we decide, what their goals are. If their goals are, maybe lose body composition, to get fit. And also, with our programs, we have 30-minute sessions, 45 an hour. So it depends what the goals are when they start off.
So how does, Todd, tell us how nutrition fits into all this?
Yeah, so back to what Matt was saying, we also have a preliminary questionnaire.
Gotcha.
And so they go through a series of questions, and that'll give us a lot of feedback as well. And then during the assessment, there's a lot of questions, and we lead into nutrition, and if they're interested, then we make the referral over to the nutrition company.
Gotcha.
Which is also in-house.
Oh, that's fantastic. So you're pretty much full service. Is there anything missing in your business you'd like to have that you don't?
I think the last
you just got this new cooling tank in there, and that is not for me. I'll tell you right now. I would totally cramp up on that one. But that's a new feature, right?
It is. So just to take that back a step, when we first opened in 2005, we were solely a training studio. And then we started adding different services. So we added massage, we added nutrition, then we added physical therapy. And our most recent addition is the recovery lab, is what we call it. And that's the cold plunging and sauna. And that has taken off. It is something that's been around a long time over in Europe. The research is there. It's very beneficial for recovery, for inflammation. And there's some fat loss benefits to it, changing, white fat, so-called, to brown fat. And different stuff like
interesting.
That. Yeah, it's very interesting, for sure.
So you don't have to quit eating. You can just get in the cool.
Well, you can't out-train your diet, Woody.
I was looking for a way out there. I guess it's not going to work. So, I guess there's a unique evaluation process as it relates to the needs of physical therapy too. And I might add that you can use a person's insurance in relation to that as well. So tell us about how you evaluate what the needs are. Once I got started in with one of your physical therapists, it's like all these aches and pains came out. Like I went for my back, and now he's working with my knees and my shoulders, and it's just endless. I don't think I'll ever graduate from physical therapy.
Well, it's interesting you say that, because years ago my approach that I would tell patients was, I hope you never need us. Mm-hmm. And it's changed a little bit over time, because we prefer to meet somebody before they're in a bad situation, where we could start making a change sooner. And it doesn't mean that they have to be in pain, but I would love it if every person would take time to go to the physical therapist once a year, just to get a checkup and see, hey, what is there anything that I should be focusing on at this time? Right. We see that a lot with people that have issues with balance. By the time that they make it to us, a lot of times the problem is pretty evolved, and they've had a fall, or they've stopped doing certain things for a long time before we met them. And I really wish we could change that, even if it starts just in our community. And I think that'll change a lot of people's lives, because somebody's life can change from a fall, or breaking a hip. And now that's just a small portion of the type of clients that we see, but it's a very important group of clients that would see a great benefit on this. And if I can add to the process of how a client comes in, part of the screening that is done, if in quote unquote they fail the screening, which is just more for us to be aware, it means that there is an underlying problem that is not allowing them to perform these movements. And what we do is that we encourage that person to meet the physical therapist, where we do a more thorough screening from a medical perspective, specific movements that take more consideration into pathologies, not just quality of movements, but other underlying conditions. And what we've done in our structure is that every patient is seen with plenty of time to figure those things out. We are focused solely on the quality of care that we can provide, and helping that person achieve their goals. And our structure is designed around that, whether it's training, because I would say Motion has a heavier focus on personal training, even though the group classes do exist as well, which I don't think was mentioned yet. And that carries over to the physical therapy, where we see one patient at a time. And that's what's allowed us, when we meet you, for example, to spend the time to figure out what else is going on, and how do we address that. And the goal for us is to get you back to training. Exactly. So, to pass it back. We're not trying to keep you, but just achieve those goals, pass you back to training, so you can keep working on your New Year resolutions.
And many times you can do both.
100%.
Which is my experience. You can participate with the PT, which is needed and necessary, and then you can do the training too. And these guys coordinate with each other, which is kind of nice right there under one roof. It really is. Folks, give us a call if you've got questions. You can reach us at 844-STUDIO-4 or 844-788-3464. 1-844-STUDIO-4. So give us a call. I know there's questions out there on this very, very important topic. So, as folks age, where does this training, and maybe PT as well, fit in the process? I mean, where does it, how does it benefit folks as they age? And I'm really asking for myself, in case you wondered.
I think it was age. It's very important. I think Yordan was getting to this point here is that, I work with quite a few clients over 80 years old.
You do?
So,
I'm not there yet.
No, you're not.
You have a client over 90 years old.
Yeah, over 90 years old. Yeah.
Wow.
So, yes, so balance is key there. Work a lot of hip strength, which is key. So the focus on those joint-friendly exercises for particularly upper body and their posture. So at age, we tend to hunch over, so we're well aware of work on their posture, but definitely their leg strength.
Gotcha.
Got to have it, and to keep active, walking. So,
yeah, my PT guy was working on my posture today.
Yes,
so he was. So I can.
You look taller.
Relate.
You look taller.
I thought I did. I'm growing taller here at this point in life for sure.
From a PT perspective, there's plenty of research to show that your strength and muscle mass are direct indicators of your quality and of life. Right. I don't want to say longevity, because other behaviors play into that, but definitely your quality and independence. So your ability to do things by yourself as you age is highly correlated to your strength and your muscle mass.
Gotcha.
So, legs is definitely the biggest group on that.
We're trying to keep that muscle mass.
Yeah. Knees is part of that, right?
Yes, sir.
So that's on my list for sure. So, so anyway, so Todd, you've expanded some. I know Cornelius is your sort of home location, but you're in other places here in this community, aren't you?
Yes. So since 2005 opening, we opened in 2007 in Mooresville, and then most recently we just opened another one off Bailey Road, and its sole purpose really is to concentrate on sports performance for youth.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good location for that.
It's been a great location, a great addition to the overall business.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
And we also have River Run too as well.
Yeah, so we do service some country clubs in the area as well.
Oh,
so
good.
we have River Run and Bailey's Glen.
Great. Well, it's certainly an important ingredient as we all age, but as we enter this new year, it's a good time to make that commitment. So, stop on by In Motion. I don't know your address. I don't remember that. I know where you are for sure. What's your address there on Catawba?
We're at 19607 West Catawba.
West Catawba, right near the Walgreens, right past the Walgreens. So check them out, and you'll be amazed at what you see in there. They do it a little different. It's not like going into a normal gym. So we'll be moving into our next important segment here. This is Cornelius Mayor Woody Washam. Thanks for listening today. We're glad you're here. In Motion Fitness and Fitness for the New Year. We'll be right back.
About Town with Cornelius Mayor Woody Washam will return after this short break on the new 105.9 100.7 WSIC.
Senator Tom Tillis is harnessing the power of clean energy to create a stronger America. Building a clean energy economy will create high-wage American manufacturing jobs and expand opportunities for hardworking families to thrive and prosper. Investing in clean energy innovation will strengthen our electric grid and make it more resilient against natural disasters and foreign hackers. Senator Tom Tillis understands that clean energy is vital to America's economic and national security. To become energy independent, America needs an all-of-the-above energy strategy. Wind, solar, and homegrown biofuels can help break our dependence on foreign energy, create a booming economy, and protect our environment for generations to come. America can lead the world in clean energy innovation. Call 202-224-3121. Thanks Senator Tom Tillis for building America's clean energy economy. Paid for by Americans for a balanced budget.
Well, we got the sunshine back, but it's a chilly and breezy day for our Thursday. High temperatures in the upper 40s this afternoon. Winds gusting around 20 miles per hour at times. Falling back tonight under a clear sky into the mid-20s. Waking up on Friday morning. We're back in the upper 40s tomorrow with sunshine, but the clouds are on the increase Friday evening ahead of a cold rain on the way for Saturday, which may start as a little bit of frozen precipitation early on. And that's your forecast from the WSIC Weather Center. I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
Hello, everyone. This is Joshua Dovey from North Main Financial Group. We're blessed at North Main Financial Group that most of our clients come to us by referral. When folks have a good experience with us, they share that good experience with their friends, family, and colleagues. In doing so, when we're sitting with folks, then we're looking at their financial plan and seeing if it aligns with their goals and their desires for what yet lies ahead, be it college, be it retirement, or be it estate planning. If that sounds of interest to you, we'd love to hear from you. Reach out to us at northmainfinancial.com.
Have you made your resolutions for 2024? Do those resolutions include feeling better? Make 2024 the year that you focus on you. Stretchville in Mooresville and Cornelius can help you regain mobility and flexibility so you can live your best life now. Visit us online at stretchzone.com to get started today on a new, improved you. Stretch Zone with 2 convenient locations, Mooresville and Cornelius.
It's About Town with Cornelius Mayor Woody Washam on the new 105.9 100.7 WSIC.
Be a part of the conversation.
I listen on the way to work.
Have your say.
It's more than just opinions, it's facts.
This is WSIC News Talk Now.
And we're back. Cornelius Mayor Woody Washam here, and we are featuring today one of our great small businesses in the town of Cornelius, and we'll be doing more of that as we move into the new year. But this one is perfectly timed for the new year, as it's a fitness business here in our town. It's been around since 2005, and in some cases they're a well-kept secret, and other cases, like me, I've known them for much of that time and have been a client there, and they've done a great job with me, and I'm sure they have with a long list of other people. But you've got a variety of clients, don't you, Todd? I know you got some sports enthusiasts, and you go in there and you can find out all you want to know about sports. But I've seen some race car drivers in there, and just a variety of folks that are living here in our region have found you guys. Is that correct?
Yes. Yeah, we got a wide range, age from 8 to 92 is our oldest customer currently, and anywhere from, youth sports to professional sports.
So just across the board. I hope I'm still coming at 92, maybe 102. We'll see. So, but anyway, I think that certainly is important as we move forward. So, how does we mentioned just there's really not much you guys don't do in terms of the physical aspects of exercise and so forth, but I know you offer massage services as well. So how does that fit into the overall routine of fitness and things of that nature?
The massage plays a big role. It fits in there as a self-care. People that have tightness or, we also have stretch therapy too. So, if people want to just come in and get on the table and get some stretching.
Well, stretching's gotten pretty big, hasn't it? I mean,
yes,
there's like businesses that are opening up that just do stretching. I mean, what's going on with that?
Our fastest stretching has really taken off.
Yeah.
And our young lady there, she is busy all day long. It's matter of fact, we could probably look for another one there. We're so busy right now.
That's awesome.
It's just a little different from the everyday stretching, static stretching there. It's the way they move the muscle through the full range of motion. And it's definitely a great addition to the motion.
Yeah. Well, what really helps me as I go through my own workout there is I have a trainer that's pretty good at that. And, you know, I don't usually go away just completely sore as typically I have in the past, because I get a good stretch, short but good stretch at the end of my workout, and that has made a huge difference in, I guess, my tolerance of what he's done to me before, before that. So, so anyway, it's something I look forward to, and the neat part about this element of exercise is, you know, you're paying for it. You're paying for it by session. And, you know, something you pay for, you're going to show up generally. So anyway, so I believe we have a caller out there. And who might that be?
Hello, this is Hope, and that's a perfect segue because I was going to ask a question about if you haven't stretched in a while, or if you're even doing like a tune-up that has stretch needs and maybe checking out an injury needs, is there a way that, or do you guys have a recommendation of how to prep for your first time in to get the most bang for your buck and best results? Making sense?
Great
like, do
question.
I take an Epsom salt mouth?
It does. I'll turn it over to the pros here.
Yeah, so depending
yeah.
on, you know, what you're experiencing when you call in, there's a series of questions that Sarah would take people through, kind of getting the background on, you know, does this, you know, first session going to be stretched, or maybe do they need a discovery visit from the PT? Just covering our bases to make sure that stretch is actually the correct service at the time.
Approach, yeah. But I mean, like nutrition-wise and stuff. I mean, would it be good to drink like a bunch of water the night before, or soak in an Epsom salt bath, just so that we can prep? Because if that gal's going through so many people in a day, if we can make our bodies easier to work on, is there a protocol for that?
Great question.
I'm just
Dr.
saying,
Yordan.
it's like I'm not trying to take money away, but if we can make your money really stretch, it's going to be a more of a inspiration to be there more often. Sure.
Yeah, that's a good question. The short answer is it depends, like most things medical. And that's why we try to customize it. We have, as a matter of fact, so I work with many swimmers, for example, that are hypermobile, and they have this innate desire to stretch. And when we assess them, we figure out, okay, if we are going to embark in stretching, we have to approach it different than somebody who is genuinely stiff, for example. So the approach on either one will vary our recommendation on how to prepare for that session. And also what to do in addition to stretching to help them achieve those goals. Because sometimes it's a combined, let's just call it attack, in order to get quicker results. Now, from a general perspective, we do have, let's just say, standard protocols as far as preparing with your attire, because that makes a difference. I'll tell you this, if you show up with a pair of jeans to your stretch session, you're definitely not going to get the most out of it. Now, from a hydration perspective, I'll let Todd add a little bit more to that.
So back to the hydration, you know, hydration really is a more of a 7 to 10 day process. Drinking a ton of water the night before, really, all you're going to do is fill your bladder up. And your body's going to excrete it. It does, when you look at true hydration, it takes, you know, 7 to 10 days for your body to adjust to drinking fluids. And it's, you know, a lot of people struggle with this. They start drinking water and they have to go to the bathroom so much that they tend to stop drinking water. But if you can get by that 7 to 10 day period.
And then make your appointment. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So the answer to my question is start your hydration, set your appointment up in such a way that we will be in line with what you need, as well as you're going to be giving us what we need, because it's a two-way street, you know? That's what it's seeming like to me. If we're just going to go in and just keep going, but if we're not going to make sure to do at home our homework, you know, then everyone's futile in the end, other than, I don't know, not futile, 100%. But you know what I'm saying?
Right, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a two-way street.
So much.
All right. Thank you for calling. We appreciate your question. Thank you. Have a great day. Happy New Year.
Bye-bye.
Thanks. So, so that does, it's all tied together. It sounds like it's a planning process that you could go through in relation to hydration and quite a few other things. Certainly, your mental thought process. When you commit to this, you need to be ready to do that. You know, how serious can you tell people are once they walk in your door?
Again, you know, you can tell who's ready. Most of the time for us, when they walk in the door, they've already gone to other fitness places like a regular gym, and unfortunately they've failed because there's no accountability.
Right.
You show up when you want, you work out when you want. There's not a lot of structure and education. And then when they come in through our doors, they've made a decision that now it's time. I need help. I need accountability. And the biggest thing from a personal training standpoint is that accountability. And we see that because we have group training and we have personal training, and you get much more accountability when you book that session with your trainer, and that trainer can contact you and say, okay, 10 o'clock today, right? You know, there's a lot of communication there. Whereas the group, you're still kind of left on your own to show up. Now there's you try and build a community and get everybody involved, but at the same time, there's not as much accountability. And then take that one step backwards when you go to a gym, it's you show up. Now we all go to a gym, but we're in the world, so
exactly
we're committed.
Exactly.
And our major plan is really to get the folks that come into the door to also start going to the gym, so that they can get more involved in their fitness program and getting more time in per week.
Yeah, and that works great for me, and that's exactly what I do, because I can go to one of the local gyms on my silver slippers.
I
program.
I have several clients that come see me maybe once or twice, so we encourage them to go to the gym another time. They're at least get 3 times in there.
Well, Todd told me years ago that I kept asking him, how many times a week do I need to do this? And he told me way back then, I don't know if you'd stick to that answer today or not, but he told me 4 times a week. And so I really never forgot that. But I go to In Motion 2 days a week, and then I go to one of the local gyms the other 2 days a week.
Great.
And so it doesn't cost me anything at the local gym, because I do understand the accountability thing. I can very easily blow that off. I don't like to, but I get a different component of workout there, because I concentrate a lot on cardio, and I do that. You do that to some degree at In Motion, but for me to go for a session of just concentrating on cardios, I think that's a good thing for me.
Yes, yeah, I think 2 times a week is a bare minimum.
Right.
Total body exercise, strength training.
Right.
That's time if you can get in there for the cardio, you can at least minimum 3 to 4 times.
Right, exactly,
Yes.
exactly. I don't concentrate on the lifting there much, because I don't want to overdo it, since I'm going to you guys who put me through it pretty well the other couple of times. So
this topic kind of brings to the attention that having a certain level of customizing the needs, it's important.
Right.
And different people have different needs, and we try to create a one-stop shop to make sure that we are covering that from top to bottom.
Right.
And what we could do when we come back is go in more detail through, like, what is that experience for the client from the moment that they walk in the door to the moment that they leave, and what are all the options that they have.
Exactly.
That they don't have to try them all, but we've created these options. And the most challenging part of this is the coordination, which is what we have spent so many years doing. How do we communicate internally to provide that?
Well, we will come back to that as soon as we come back from the break, the upcoming break. So look forward to more discussion on this. It's Cornelius Mayor Woody Washam, and we will be right back.
"76 years strong, and we're still the one." WSIC. News, talk, now.
Happy New Year, WSIC family. Here's your WSIC community calendar. Celebrate Kane Center for the Arts' first anniversary gala, along with Broadway star Mandy Gonzalez. Dinner and a show this Saturday at Kane Center for the Arts. You may remember Mandy Gonzalez from her roles in Hamilton and Wicked. This is a black tie optional celebration. All-inclusive tickets include dinner and the show. Happy anniversary, Kane Center. Some of the upcoming Kane Center performances include Rocky Lynn, Forever Young, Jeff Allen, and even a Stunt Dogs experience. To see the entire lineup and to purchase your tickets, visit canearts.org. That's CAIN arts.org. This is the last week of the season to see more than 5 million Christmas lights at one time. Speedway Christmas is happening daily until Sunday. The show is open 6 to 10 p.m., rain or shine. The Infield Christmas Village is open Thursday through Sunday nights. Speedway Christmas at Charlotte Motor Speedway. The fun ends Sunday. For tickets, visit charlottemotorspeedway.com. Birkdale on Ice is still going on through January 28th. Time to lace up your skates and hit the ice. To make sure you can skate when you want, we recommend you making a reservation. For skate session info, including times and pricing, visit birkdalevillage.com. Have an event you'd like to tell people about? Yard sales, estate sales, and everything in between? Visit WSICnews.com and click on events to submit your event today.
Well, we got the sunshine back, but it's a chilly and breezy day for our Thursday. High temperatures in the upper 40s this afternoon. Winds gusting around 20 miles per hour at times. Falling back tonight under a clear sky into the mid-20s. Waking up on Friday morning. We're back in the upper 40s tomorrow with sunshine, but the clouds are on the increase Friday evening ahead of a cold rain on the way for Saturday, which may start as a little bit of frozen precipitation early on. And that's your forecast from the WSIC Weather Center. I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
About Town continues now. Here's your host, Cornelius Mayor Woody Washam, on the new 105.9 100.7 WSIC.
Be a part of the conversation.
I listen on the way to work.
Have your say.
It's more than just opinions, it's facts.
This is WSIC News Talk Now.
And we're back. Cornelius Mayor Woody Washam here, featuring one of our great small businesses in the town of Cornelius, In Motion Fitness and Healthy Body Physical Therapy, right here on Catawba Avenue. Give me that address again, Todd.
19607 West Catawba Avenue, and you can also find us at inmotionfitnessinc.com.
Oh, that's an easy way. Inmotionfitness.com. Check them out on their website, and you'll get a lot of answers on how they do what they do. Now, tell us a little bit about how you do what you do and what the options are that people have when they walk in your front door. How do you take them through? I'll throw that out to anybody here. Matt?
Well, we have plenty of options there. We talked about we have one-on-one personal training. The options there, you have 30, 45, and 60-minute sessions. We also have small group training too as well. And the small group training is pretty much across the board, Monday through Saturday, starting at 6 a.m. and
that's early.
Oh,
wow.
That's the busiest time, 6 a.m. And we also have, with included, we have women on weights too. This is at least twice a week there, and also a Saturday as well as group training. I also mentioned that we do have online training as well. For personal training for one-on-one. So we may have a client that may be remote and they may need some training they can do for a period of time there, so we can do it online as well.
Yeah, I've heard some of your trainers talking about that. They've been leading those
yes,
sessions.
You may have somebody may train once a week and they need a program. So
Well, people travel and
right.
have different needs, and so you're there to meet all those. You know, I guess this is I have to tell my wife a little bit because she's one of these people that probably feels like they need to go to the gym and loosen up a little bit before they come to a program at In Motion. Is that true? Is she correct in thinking that way, or what's your opinion of that? Whoever would like to answer.
So we see this in training and in physical therapy. It applies both ways. Somebody who wants to get started and there's all these obstacles and they just think, oh, if I just try this on my own, like they've thought many times, then I'll get started. And it usually is not the case. We wish it weren't, but usually those obstacles win. And what we've tried to, the way that I try to approach it is say, you're a busy person. Most people are. Yes. Well, do you plan to be any less busy in the near future? And usually the answer is no. The amount of things I'm doing is unlikely going to decrease. It's like, well, what it sounds like to me at that moment is that you need a support system in order to achieve these things that you're trying to achieve.
Right.
And that's why we exist. We are your support system, so you get them done even when you're busy.
Yeah.
Even when you have these obstacles. This is the time. You cannot, you don't wait until you leave the hospital in order to get stitches, right? So it's like it's one of those things.
Gotcha.
You got to reverse it. So
right.
And I think that tends to hit home for most people because the truth comes out. It's like, you're right. I'm finding excuses, and I either need to start this conversation, and now we could shape that conversation or the needs to fit their life. We're trying to accomplish it.
Exactly.
But Todd, does that sound about right for
yeah,
your
it's
side?
definitely right. It's very, it's a misconception, and I think if people were to just jump in and try the service or try any personal training service or PT ahead of the time, and just so you know, we have a progression we follow. So the other misconception is, oh my gosh, I'm going to be so sore. That's also not true. We like to take very slow steps progression to make sure that people aren't experiencing that delayed onset muscle soreness.
Right. Well, the neat part about my experience in going to In Motion is, you're dealing with folks that truly are interested in your well-being. The trainers really are interested in you. You develop a rapport with them that you sort of look forward to. You get to know them personally, and you have a relationship that you don't want to let them down.
Right.
It's really neat, and you'll push it the extra mile. As I find myself doing, I'm pretty competitive, but you'll push it the extra mile in order to not only satisfy yourself but to satisfy them, which is the way it ought to be, I think, if they're doing their job.
And everybody could have a bad day. I would say in our family, the experience is that even if you have a bad day, you can have that conversation, and Sarah will be in the front with a smoothie. That'll just put a little bit of happiness in that day.
We haven't talked much about the smoothies, though. Yeah, so you don't want to miss those smoothies for sure.
It's amazing how we have so many clients that it's part of their life now. So because we have clients that come during their work break, for example.
Right.
They just cross over, they get their workout done, and we know what they like. So it's like that smoothie's waiting for them when they walk out the door. And in our facility, we have showers. So they come, they exercise, they interact a little bit with each other, they shower, and on the way out to work, they grab their smoothie. And they've done it for so many years, and this is part of their life now. They don't want that messed around with. It's religious, really.
It really is. It's pretty captivating that it just becomes part of your routine.
Yeah.
And you put it on your schedule, and then these guys will inundate you with emails and text to remind you of your appointment, and
keep you accountable.
And you have to respond to them and tell them you're coming, and then you get a response back. We're glad you're coming. You got a system. I'm just saying, but you do all you can do to encourage people to be fit and do what they should be doing anyway.
And it's good community. I think everybody in there, they respect each other. All the clients end up knowing each other to the point that they interact in a healthy way. They know about each other and their families and their goals, and they actually hold themselves accountable.
You really do. I mean, I can name a number of folks I've gotten to know there. Yeah. One of them translated into a nice donation to the Kane Center for the Arts back when I was raising money. And so there are different benefits by getting to know really, really fine people.
You meet a lot of people.
Facility. Yeah, you
really
meet a lot
of people in there.
And when you do
we met you.
Well, that's right. And when you do what I do as an elected official, it's a good place to hang out. It really is. So So all that is pleasant. I get a lot of town questions. You drilled me pretty hard on a couple of town questions a while back on the way.
Yeah, I wait until you're in, and I make sure that I'm
Yeah.
around to ask you.
Exactly. Yeah, you looked at the schedule
That's
and
right.
found out when I was going to be there. And
But you'd be amazed how many really neat connections we've created, and that's something that I'm actually personally on the lookout for. If somebody has a question and I could connect into another client who could answer that, I just do it right there.
Right.
Down to, you need a broker, you need a lawyer, you need a banker. Like, it's right there. It's happening.
They're all there.
They're all there.
I mean, they really are. It's pretty incredible.
Yeah, the
clientele
doctors are
you
there.
have.
The doctors are there too.
Yeah.
We're just like, okay, we'll talk to the person and we'll arrange it. And we're just happy being the mediator because it's a good community. It's a good feel to be able to do that for people.
Exactly. So what's next, Todd and Matt, with your company, and where are you guys going to take this thing? So, I mean, you continue to grow, and you up to 30-some employees now, and from 3, I mean, it's been quite a journey for you, and I've traveled a lot of that with you, and so, I mean, where from here?
Well, I think now that we have the full wellness component, all components into the building, I think the next step is to bring it to other communities, in the area, surrounding area of Charlotte.
Sure.
So that's going to be the primary focus. And we still have to add a few things to our Mooresville location, but we're pretty much there with what we're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
If I can add to that, Todd, I would say if you are in the surrounding communities and you think it would be a good idea to have a conversation with us, let us know. Just go to inmotionfitnessinc.com or healthybodypt.com. I've so many great things have happened from somebody just initiating a conversation, even if it's 1 or 2 years down the road.
You just never know.
Agreed.
Right.
Yep.
You never know.
Yeah.
So where are you located in Mooresville?
We are on 736 Brawley School Road.
Okay, on Brawley School Road.
Yeah.
Pretty convenient area.
Very convenient.
So you got a thriving city up there
We
now
do.
in
It's
Mooresville.
been
You
great.
talk about growth and traffic.
Yeah.
So we talk about that. We talk about traffic here, as you know, but it's nothing like up there.
No.
So
It's busy.
we're a little bit ahead of the 8 ball there, I think.
But the traffic is a good point. So part of the challenges of people exercising is can they get to the place that they're trying to exercise at? And we've been cognizant, and this is why we expanded into Bailey, because it's just, if we can make that drive 15 minutes or less for you, then people are more likely to do it.
Right.
And also with the potential growth, is there any type of employment that you are on the lookout
Yeah, I mean,
for?
we're always looking for talent in any of our services. So definitely always
Trainers,
opportunities.
massage,
Trainers, massage
Stretch.
therapists,
physical
stretch
therapists.
therapists.
Yeah. Physical
Fascia
therapist as well.
stretch therapist.
And from a less Cornelius related, but still in the area, for example, we are going to start working with Catawba College and providing
My
physical
alma mater.
therapy. Oh, I did not know that.
That rang a bell right there.
Well, we'll be
loving it.
in-house treating the athletes very soon. That's great to know. Should I tell him that you?
Sure, absolutely. I know the president of the college quite well. He knows I'm mayor. And also one of our noteworthy citizens here, Justin Dion, the executive director at Kane Center, is an alumnus there as well.
That is fantastic.
So yeah, between Justin and I, we can hook you up at Catawba College.
That's
for sure.
fantastic.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful place.
Awesome.
So anyway, I think our time is winding down. It's a big weekend in Cornelius with a 1-year anniversary, speaking of Kane Center for the Arts. So get those tickets. It's Saturday night, January 6th, with a New York star coming to Cornelius. So get those tickets and let's celebrate Kane Center for the Arts. Thank you, In Motion Fitness. You guys done a great job. We'll have you back one day. Happy New Year, everybody.
The new 105.9, 100.7.